a couple more examples. But I think we need to pause here. So now, trying some more examples. We want to solve this for uppercase B. So there's A, H, little b, and capital B. There are so many ways we can approach this one. But let's try to think about the most expedient way to get there. I don't know about you, but I see the 1/2 as being a major detractor from getting capital B by itself. Oops. Oh my. So let's multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of the 1/2. So you'll get 2a is equal to this 2, and this 1/2 will cancel. So then you have h times little b plus big B. From here, again, there is more than one way to go about getting big B alone, but I tend to think about what's the most convenient thing to do. If I divide both sides by this h, I can then just subtract little b. So let's do that next. Let's divide, both sides by h. So 2a, I don't know what I keep doing, I'm sorry. These cancel, and you get little b plus big B. Now getting big B alone is as simple as subtracting b on both sides. We got to fit this in somewhere. So 2a over h minus little b is equal to big B. That could have been written a couple other ways, but that's the quickest and dirtiest way to get straight to capital B. Number 5. This is sort of what I was talking about earlier. When we talked, I mentioned in the notes that you need to sometimes get the same variable on the same side. You want to solve this for p. But this isn't like the other problems we've seen. There are 2 p's here. What are you going to do to get p by itself? If you subtract this p over, you won't have p by itself because you'll have a p here and a p there. Same thing, you can't subtract that p over. What can you do? The answer is you can factor p out. So when you're factoring p out on the right-hand side, oh my god. When you factor p out on the right-hand side, what's really happening is you're dividing it out. So p divided by p is a 1. P divided by PRT divided by P leaves behind the RT. Check that that makes sense. If you distributed this P through, does it bring you back to P plus PRT? Yes, it does. And now to get P completely alone, you need to divide both sides by 1 plus RT. Oh god, I did it again. So then P, I need more space than that. This cancels. P will equal A over 1 plus RT. Okay, sorry I didn't mean to go so fast. You can at least pause it. I just wanted to see how much was left. Okay, the next few examples will focus on problems that include geometric figures. It's always a good idea to draw these pictures so you can visualize what's happening. This one's actually, the first one's not geometric. This uses that distance formula. If it takes Dorothy 1/2 hour to drive 21 miles to work each day, what is her average rate? So this is where you need the fact that distance equals rate times time. So what do we have here? We have her distance, which is 21. We don't have her rate. That's what the question is. What is her rate? And we know how long it took. It was 1/2 an hour. But when was the last time, actually that does make sense, it's 1/2 an hour. You really don't want to convert that to minutes because speed is always in miles per hour. So you don't want to convert 1/2 an hour to minutes. It wouldn't make any sense. So we can now substitute in what we know. 21 equals her unknown rate times her time, which is 1/2 an hour. How are we going to get the rate alone? You can either divide both sides by 1/2, or you can think about multiplying by the reciprocal to clear the 1/2. So 2 times 41 on the, I just gave you the answer sort of, 2 times 21 on the left is 42, and on the right the 2 and the 1/2 cancel, giving you the rate. So her rate was 42 miles per hour. The next example. A farmer has 800 meters of fencing material to enclose a rectangular field. The width of the field is 200 feet larger than the length. Find the length and the width of the field. Let's draw a rectangle. You've got the width and you've got the length. Oh, other way around though, because which one's bigger? The width is 200 feet larger than the length. So what do we know? I just said it twice. The width is, so that means width is 200 feet larger than the length. We then also know the farmer has 800 meters of fencing material to enclose the field. So now my next question to you is, what is this 800? There's only two things it could be. It can be perimeter or it can be area. It is not meters squared, so it sure seems to me as if it's perimeter. So that's telling you that 2W plus 2L, is 800. So I'm replacing W here. Here's what we're going to do. I can't solve this for length and width. I can't solve this equation right now the way things are, but that's where this comes in. I can replace W right here. This W can be replaced with what W is equivalent to, which is 200 plus L. So this is going to get plugged in right here. So we'll have 2 times 200 plus L plus 2L equals 800. Distributing your 2 through, you get 400 plus 2L equals 800. 400 plus 4L equals 800 by combining like terms. Subtract 400 on both sides. I'm just running out of space again. You'll get that 4L equals 400. Divide by 4. We get that L is 100. Are we done though? Make sure you answer the question. The question back here says find the length. We have that. Length is 100. And the width of the field. So we've only half answered the question. The length is 100. We still need the width. How can we find the width? Well, I pretty much have it highlighted for you right here. The width is 200 plus the length. So, based on knowing now that the length is 100, the width is 200 plus the length, which is 300. So now we've answered the entire question because we needed both the length and the width. Number 3. The perimeter of a rectangle is 36 yards. The width is 18 yards less than twice the length. Find the length and width of the rectangle. Again, let's draw another picture of a rectangle. We know that the perimeter is 36. We know that the width is 18 yards less than twice the length. Okay. Length, width. The width is, this means we have an equation, 18 less than twice the length. 18 less means that we're subtracting 18 from 2 times the length. We are given the perimeter, but we also need to set that up as an equation. Perimeter again is 2W plus 2L. So 36 equals 2W plus 2L. Again, I'm looking for the width and length of this rectangle. Currently, the way this is set up, I can't solve this equation because there are too many variables. We can only solve when there's one variable. But again, that's where this equation comes in. W can be replaced in here with 2L minus 18. So that's the next step. We will take 2L minus 18 and pop it in to the perimeter formula for the width. So 36 will equal 2 times 2L minus 18 plus 2L. And it doesn't matter if the picture is drawn to scale or not. It's just helping you figure out what goes where. Distributing the 2 gives you 4L minus 36 plus 2L. Combining like terms on the right, 4L plus 2L is 6L. Adding 36 on both sides, you get that 72 is 6L. Getting L alone, you get that L is 12. But again, are we done? Read the question again. Find the length and width of the rectangle. We have only found the length. So we're halfway there, but now we go back to the beginning. The width is 2 times the length minus 18. We're going to plug 12 in for L into the width formula. Two times 12 is 24. 24 minus 18 gives us a width of 6.